Hi, welcome today. This is Laska. Today's exercise on mindfulness is on the theme of ripples. And to start off, I'm going to let this little one, yep, off she goes. To start off, we're actually going to do a breathing exercise together. And imagine that as we take a breath in and then a breath out, that this ripple effect is happening kind of with our breath as we let it out through our arms and then as we let it out through the rest of our body. So, taking a breath in and out, and again, and out. And if we were to now extend it the rest of our body, let's do that one more time. This would be a great exercise to do before bed to help relax all the tensions and different things going on in the body. And in any moment where you're feeling tension, I find it especially helpful to have some sort of a image of what I'm doing with my breath, as I can get quite caught up in that idea of breathing in, breathing out carefully where you should be doing it in your body. And so a picture kind of mimicking something in nature, such as ripples, definitely helps me to just detach in that way and just do the simple act. Nature really has a way of grabbing our attention and bringing us back to the present moment, which is really a major theme in mindfulness. And ripples in water is something that I want to invite you to observe, to help just capture you and bring you back into exactly where you are. And so the first thing I want to do is actually to invite you to watch a little video segment of on a kayak or canoe, in a lake. So it's 1 minute long, and as you watch it, if you feel that you have other thoughts and things that are popping up, try as much as you can, you just notice that's what's going on, but try and focus your attention back on just the water ripples and what's going on. So here you go. Hi, welcome back. Laska's back with us here, as you noticed her in the video segment. Hopefully you were able to kind of just notice the playfulness of the water as the canoe or dipped in the water and created just little dancing little ripples. And I think that we can get really caught up sometimes with this idea of our interactions and its impact on other people. So if we're talking about ripples, the ripple effect that we have. And I want to kind of simplify it for us today, and just in thinking about that ripples in water, just like if it was a duck in the water, it creates its own ripples behind it, and another duck that comes along will do the same. And when they're nearby each other, they kind of cross ripples and create some other pattern unique to just their interactions, which is something quite as a beautiful idea. And if you're able to be around a body of water, be around ducks or something that's actually interacting with the surface of the water like that, is just to observe it and notice it. And the invitation is actually for you to do the same for you in one day or half a day that you are going through. and to just note with kind of like a squiggly line what you, sorry, I have to show you here, if it's one person or you're another person, what your ripples kind of are looking like. And if you're starting from left to right, from your day, from the beginning to the end, how those, just noticing it, or instead of like jotting down, I interacted with this person, just doing it with a squiggly line, like a ripple, and seeing how that interplays with other people. And the importance of doing an exercise like this is to do it without any judgment. It's just to simply observe. And the nature of doing exercises and observing our, whether it be emotions, thoughts, sensations, and in this case interactions, is to see that it might bring up different things. So it could be that you notice that it's quite busy, and but busy doesn't mean chaotic, but it may mean chaotic for someone else to have it as busy as what your portrait looks like. And one of the things we may be learning right now is something about ourselves and what we enjoy and like and don't like. And within a day, that could also change, where we want and crave interactions, and the other moments where we want that stillness. And maybe it helps us to be able to name it and communicate that with other people in an eventual way. But really, the simple act of observing it is good in itself. And if you've noticed for yourself that it's very chaotic and very uncomfortable, it would be an important time to reach out to try and speak to someone, a mental health professional perhaps, about that, and help investigate on if there's something that could change that, to make it easier. And also the flip side is, if you notice that it's not just calm, but it's just there's very little interactions at all, and that brings about feelings in you of loneliness, solitude, and sadness, it would also be important to bring it up and speak to someone, reach out to other people. And it doesn't need to be in a physical sense, but really maybe connecting with people who you have mutual interests with, online, book clubs, anything. And to break a little bit of that solitude, and if it's needed to speak to mental health professionals or resources that are out there. So this ripple of our interactions can kind of stay in a way of just like observing, and the playfulness of it. I want us to finish again with that exercise of breathing together for mimicking the ripples. So let's do that together. Breath in and out. And again. And mimicking the ripples here in our legs. And last, I wanted to say a final goodbye to you all too. Hope to see you again. Be well.